Can they see it, baby? I do Botox. Yes, how did you know? This is aging.
You're showing a little bit too much.
Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to a very rainy Milan. But it's okay. I actually find it quite charming and cozy. Now I find it quite charming and cozy now that I managed to do work that I had to do. Because technically, as you guys know, and probably while you're watching this video, hopefully we are enjoying ourselves on holidays. The whole point is that since I have obviously a lot of deadlines and this whole machine of work that I have has to go on even while I'm somewhere who knows where, I've really had to and wanted to kind of like finish all the work before I go. So the only thing that the rain was quite annoying about is having to shoot certain things according to certain briefs. And I know this is a really boring topic for you guys, but I really like to kind of tell you as much as possible also about my job, about the things that you don't actually see from like at home and from where you are, but that we kind of do behind the scenes. So for example, this morning it was pouring. I cannot even explain how much it was raining, and it's going to be raining this whole entire week. But our little small and mighty team did everything we could to kind of shoot this one Prada job in a way that we didn't get so affected by the rain. And you guys often ask me like what is the dynamic of the kind of my team, how does this work? Someone said in a particular comment that I mentioned an agency and then a team, and if you'd like to find out more about this, and if you would like to know more about this, feel free to leave any questions and comments that you have below this video, and I'll make sure as soon as I'm back from my holidays to answer to as many questions as I can. Today is going to be a different video though. We are going to be talking about preparation for holiday. Now, first things first, guys, I broke a nail. And I anyway was so overdue a manicure. So today I'm actually going for a manicure. I'm not wearing any mascara, I don't know if you can see, or anything besides a little bit of eyeshadow on my top lids. We're going to Types of Skin, which is kind of like sister to Ministry of Nails. I'm gonna do my nails, I'm gonna get my eyebrows done. Tomorrow I'll have like a few things as well, and I'm gonna show you, and I'll try to take you with me to kind of do as much stuff as I possibly can while getting ready for and packing and all of that good stuff. So it's gonna be one of those come with me type of vlogs, which I love because I feel these kind of things that I'm gonna talk to you about are the kind of things that I talk to my best friend about, and you guys are my best friends. Filippo's actually waiting for me, he said at 2 p.m. It's now like 1:45, but we're gonna make it, don't worry. Just need to get properly dressed. He's waiting for me in town because we need to get a few things, like few last little things that I wanted to check out before going on holidays. Then I'm going to show you what kind of things I'm planning on packing, some of the like not new things but new things that you've already seen that I bought for like summer, and I'll be able to bring with me, that I want to pack, and then I'm going to plan my outfits around, and I'll show you how I plan my outfits around it and all of that good stuff. Without further ado, let's pick an outfit. We have these Lily Silk cashmere pants, Kate cardigan, white Uniqlo t-shirt. No, actually this is a COS t-shirt. I either have COS t-shirts or Uniqlo t-shirts, so I only know because one is shorter than the other, but technically they feel the same. It's raining, but it's kind of not raining, and I'm kind of not really sure what to really wear. I'm very much inclined to wear the jacket. I'll link it below. I love it so much that I also worn a lot in Paris, but then I want to change it up a little bit, you know what I mean? So, shall I start with the bag so that I can that way plan? Let me see. I maybe feel like wearing this beauty because in all honesty, I don't think that I'll be bringing her away on my summer hauls. I changed my mind very fast. I'm gonna be bringing this bag. It's my Birkin 30 No Touch, as you can see, with matte black alligator touch details and rose gold hardware. The reason why is because I do need to bring my cuffiette in Italian, my earphones, just because the nail appointment, guys, is 3 hours long. And I feel like sometimes I just can't sit through those 3 hours without actually distracting myself somehow. So usually what I'm doing is I watch certain things that I need to approve, I watch YouTube videos, I listen to podcasts, There's so many podcasts that I really like. What should I wear? Let's figure it out. These are my Totem jeans. Not to be very boring, but these loafers are the most comfortable ones I own. I've been wearing them non-stop. In fact, I want to get them in another color. Just that they're selling out really fast, the black ones from the row. On top, I can even stay in this cardi and I can just put on a blazer over it. It's not that cold outside, to be honest. Oh God, this is so boring. Is this a bit better? It's chic because I have the white t-shirt, I have a little polo neck, which I like, a blazer. It's not very comfy and cozy. So I'm thinking, instead of this black blazer, maybe I should wear... I have this Magda leather jacket, but I think it has very prominent silver zip. It's very cool, but I don't know if the hardwares will be clashing a lot. The process in which I'm coming up with these outfits, you guys don't even understand. Not over the blazer, I wasn't thinking. I was thinking without the blazer. I just want to see... I'm kind of feeling it, actually. I wish this jacket was a bit shorter, or I'm just used to short the jacket. Let's see. What do we think? Does it bother you, the silver and gold? Can you see it? It bothers me a little bit. Tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. But you know what? I paid a lot of money for this blazer, and ever since I got it, I've worn it many, many, many times, which I think is great because that way I'm getting its cost per wear. I think I wore it more than 20 times for sure, and I only had it for a month and a bit. And now when the polo comes out, it's even cooler because the shoulders are broad. And now this outfit is perfect. I also broke it off with the Kate belt that is also new. So this actually belt is yellow gold, so you can kind of see the MS rose gold looking a bit different. So this is the look and I really like it. I'll grab a pair of sunglasses and we need to go and fix those nails because until I fix my nails, I know it sounds like such a mundane problem, but I'm just not myself. I'm not comfortable doing anything. Let's go. Okay guys, I'm ready. We are gonna do my lash and brow lamination. Normally I do always brow lamination, but today we're also gonna do the lash lamination and I'm very excited. I don't know if you guys can see, it looks like I'm wearing mascara. And brows are always kind of, I always do the same stuff with the brows, but the lashes, guys, I'm so happy. I just got flowers for my past birthday. There's even a little note, I'm gonna read it in a second. I'm so grateful to my girls here. This is really beautiful. Guys, I hope you can see, but all of a sudden I never normally do the eyelash lamination, but now my lashes look like I'm wearing mascara. Alina does the best job. Okay guys, we are currently finishing the nails. I know you're not gonna believe me, but we're actually doing something that we've never done before and it's completely different. Waxing time. It's never glamorous, but it has to be done because I want to be carefree when I'm on my holidays. Despite the fact that I've removed pretty much majority of my hair in laser, but you know what I mean, there's still a little bit left. Not a very gratifying experience, but it has to be done so that I can really, truly enjoy while I'm away. Kind of comfy and cozy so that we can chat. Where do I even start? What a day it's been. The whole fashion world is completely shaken today because it got announced finally that Alessandro Michele is the new creative director of Valentino. I must say it did not come as a surprise in this household. It's just like really shaking the ground of the industry right now. There's a lot of like musical chairs. I can't quite explain it. Like if you don't really work in the fashion industry or you're not like kind of dedicated to it so much, it doesn't really, probably general public doesn't have that many opinions. I don't know. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about this whole thing, but the world of fashion is having a little earthquake right now. I'm not sure how far deep you can see in the background, but as you can see over there in our dining room, The Antonia Fair painting is gone, but not for long. Rest assured, everything's fine. We were just repainting the dining room a little bit, so while the wall is drying, the painting is just here in front of me. The point of this vlog was, what I wanted to do is I actually wanted to start vlogging as I was kind of getting ready to go get my nails done. I went to Ministry of Nails, and like I told you, we've done something completely differently, which maybe you have already noticed in the previous video that you hopefully would have watched by now, which is my favorite jewelry pieces. So what we've done is this kind of nude nails with very, very chrome tip, but the tip is a little bit asymmetric, so it's not like a French manicure. Can you see it? I found an inspiration online that I will insert a picture of here so that you can see it. And what I wanted is to kind of go with that inspiration and make it my own. That's what I like to do. I get inspired everywhere with everything and anything, but I would never go with an inspiration and say like, this is what I want it to be like. I always have to change something. I don't know why that is, but I always like to try things. I'm not saying that my idea is better than the inspiration at all, actually, but I really liked what we try. I really like it, and I like that these will be my holiday nails because, like I think I told you in one of my recent videos, sometimes it's like risky for me to do different kind of nails because also of the job that I do, and sometimes brands require very neutral, not flashy nails. But now I can play a little bit more because I'm going away. Exciting. For getting away, what I actually have done besides my nails, like manicure and pedicure, I always go to Ministry of Nails, and I know that not all of you guys live in Milan, so perhaps you want to achieve something similar. I always search wherever I go is Russian manicure. What that means is that they really clean cuticles so well. I don't know if I can actually show you. Hopefully you'll be able to see. They clean so well around the nail that when the nail starts growing, it feels like the manicure is actually lasting much longer. So far, the places that I like in Milan, it's Ministry of Nails. In Paris, I go to Caglia. In Dubai and Doha, I went to Nailed It. Also, these nails last me usually 2 to 3 weeks. This is actually gel, like acryl. It's not an acryl, but it's called like acryl gel because it's a builder gel. It's not like the gel polish. There's like two different things between gel polish and builder gel. And I like builder gel because I am someone, guys, that gel polish will last me like 3 days. That's it, max. I think it's because in general, I'm not like a very ladylike person. I am packing, unpacking. I am not very like gentle with my things. I even tend to break a nail, even these kind of like hard gel nails. So it's very important for me, and I can't afford to have like a nail break when I'm like on my way to whatever New York Fashion Week, you know, and then search for a manicure is there. So I quite like that with this I can be very safe, like worry-free. That's kind of like the first thing that is always on my to-do list. The second thing that you could have briefly seen also on my to-do list is getting my eyebrows laminated. I mean, how insane do my eyebrows look today? Today I like looked at myself like a few times in the mirror and I was like, wow, the brow situation is really changing my face. But for the first time ever, I actually also had lash lamination, and I don't know if you can see, but the lashes look kind of like more separated, very thick, very, I wouldn't say they look longer, but they look more like curled and curved, which is obviously the lamination process, because for my brows they kind of straighten them, and for the lashes they curl them. I think the whole process for both lashes and brows, because they get done at the same time, lasts for about 30 minutes, and the actual procedure lasts with you for up to 6 weeks. I don't do this that often, I have to be honest, in between the 2 sessions that I do of lamination, because it is bleach, and I have mentioned before, I love it, but it does, because I have naturally dry hair, right? My hair is naturally curly. It dries my lashes and my brows a little bit, and even whether I've done it at home, whether I've done it professionally, after a while, they're a little bit drier than usually. So what I do in between the 2 sessions is I make sure that I nourish them with different kind of products. I love Revita Brow. I take my supplements that I always take. And I also recently tried the Typology brow and lash product, which I will insert in the description box below. I've never worked with a brand, so I just love the products. And same goes for my lashes. I always use Revita Lash, and now I'm using the Typology as well on my lashes as well. Occasionally, when I can afford to be quite oily around my eyes and my brows, I would sleep with the castor oil because that really helps nourish my lashes, my brows, the whole region around. And what's so crazy is that if I apply a lot of lashes over the period of time, I start growing hair even here. Side effect, let's just put it that way, okay? So that was the second thing that I did, because when I'm not wearing any makeup but my lashes are already curled and my brows are quite laminated and nice and full, it already looks like I'm wearing a little bit of makeup on holidays. Like, I can't quite explain it, but it just makes my face look more put together. The third thing that I've done so far that you could have seen is I went for waxing. Not the most gratifying, luxurious experience ever, no matter where you go, no matter how you do it, no matter what. Like, you have to take your clothes off. Not really, like, someone has to... My God, why did I start this topic? I have actually lasered off majority of hair from my body. I say majority because I haven't actually fully finished all the treatments. I think I've done 4 sessions, and over those 4 sessions I've done underarm, I've done my bikini, I've done my legs. And I have to say that on my legs, I have like very few hairs still growing. Majorly, like, or I would say like something that is noticeable would be my knees, which is where I now just like shave until I complete my laser course. Bikini like worked really well for me. So did underarms. Like underarms, because obviously I was shaving all the time before. The only thing that bothered me about that area was before that it was kind of dark because of all the shaving, right? So now I don't have that problem anymore because I barely get any hair growth there. But because I barely get any hair growing there, I don't want to shave during my holidays those few hairs. I just go, I wax it, and I'm like, done. Don't have to think about hair at all, probably for the next month. After the laser, that's how slow any of those hairs actually grow. You might be wondering why I haven't completed my course in laser. First of all, I used hair removal at home kind of device, and I really loved it. It worked really, really well for me, but I wasn't that persistent, and you had to be really persistent with it. So I quite prefer the fact of using a stronger one and going to the salon like less frequently. I've started my laser hair removal treatment at New Age Paris. They have Alma laser, which is one of the best lasers. I also want to say that, you know how people say like, oh my God, it doesn't hurt at all. It's true, it doesn't hurt, but it hurts a little bit. Like sometimes, you know, like I would say like 9 out of 10 passes, it doesn't hurt, but then there is one that you're just like, oh my God. It's absolutely fine. I would recommend it 100% because I think the results and the reward afterwards of not having to worry about hair around your body is incredible, especially as someone with dark, thick hair. Before, for me, was like sometimes I would have to shave my legs twice a day. I think shaving your legs twice a day is absolutely unreasonable. And it was kind of like that in the morning and at night, especially if I'm swimming and spending all day long in water. I don't know. Does water make your hair grow faster? You let me know. I know that I have a lot of, obviously, audience also from Serbia, where I come from. And for you guys, I will definitely, I know that the best laser in Belgrade you can find in Rea Medica, because I know that they have Alma laser. This is also not affiliated with them. It's just that I know that that Alma laser is really the best laser in the market right now for professionally removing hair permanently. So in London, I don't know. In Milan, I have no experience. I have heard about certain clinics here, but I have no personal experience. So I can try and find out these informations for you guys. When it comes to one other thing that I really like to do is, you guys know I love to have a Hydrafacial, but I don't have a Hydrafacial before holidays. I actually have one after holidays. That's because after exposing my skin to the sun, I tend to get the post-holiday breakouts afterwards. And that's just because, I don't know, apparently there's something to do with exposing your skin to the sun, and then after you're not exposing your skin to the sun anymore, you get the breakouts. I didn't make this up. This is like, yeah. So I like to have a Hydrafacial after, which kind of cleans everything and it kind of exfoliates that top layer of the skin. Also because I don't want to exfoliate my skin before actually exposing it to the sun. But saying that, I will not be exposing skin of my face to the sun, like in terms of sunbathing, because I will be putting SPF 50, wearing a hat and everything else, especially because I have had a laser 1 month ago. I mean, 1 month ago is still kind of long time, but also for me, my head's still kind of fresh. I think the full effects of the laser that I have done, I will have in around 2 weeks time. And I just I've already noticed that like I don't see any pores around this area on my face, which I love because I love the baby skin effect. Those are the kind of things that I like to do before I go on holidays. Normally what I do after I go on holidays is color my hair because the sunlight does affect the color of the hair, but as you guys know, I have just colored my hair like a week ago, and I don't actually like to color my hair that often. I maximum color my hair 3 times a year, but I would say like when it comes to the highlights and you know just to do roots. This year I plan to do it twice a year just because I want to grow out the fringe that you can't now see, but I want everything to be in one layer. So I'm gonna go after the holidays for a haircut. And where do I go for a haircut? In Milan, I go to a Japanese place. I am obsessed with that Japanese place. It's a hair salon called Otto, and I really, really, really love it. Not in collaboration with them, I just genuinely love that place. Now when I tell you this, you guys are gonna think I'm such an antisocial, not nice person, but honestly, I love them because they're so nice, so polite, so respectful, and they just don't talk too much. I don't like when I go to a hair salon and I cannot even type a text message to someone because I'm a people pleaser, and if they're asking me like, oh, what are you doing next week? I feel like I have to engage in a communication and conversation. This is my problem. It's not their fault. You know what I mean? This is a me problem. It's my fault that I'm like this. I don't know why I'm like this. I just wish I would be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm busy, I have to do something. I wish I was one of those people. No, instead, I feel obliged to keep conversation. This is like a topic for a therapy session. I'm not going to bore you with that. But anyway, after I come back, I will cut probably like 2 centimeters of my ends because I cannot wait for those fringes to grow out. I don't know, especially because obviously before my wedding I want my hair to be, I'm like putting extra effort in my hair before the wedding, which is also why I'm not coloring it overly and because I want to cut it regularly. I also quite like that length that is for the moment. I don't know, yeah, whatever. It's so weird because after I came back from Dubai for Christmas, after Christmas holidays, I couldn't wait to cut my hair. I was just like in that mood. So let's see if I'm gonna be the same after Maldives. Now you know what's the like destination. But it's not really a secret because Filippo and I, we always go in April to Maldives. It's like a place where, the only place on earth where we can relax because there's no transport, there's no footwear, no restaurant reservations, no thinking about where you're gonna eat, what you're gonna eat. It's just like wake up and exist. That's when it comes to my pre-post holiday treatments. I also know that we kind of have started, well, we opened like a huge Pandora box on this channel with in general like treatment topics, and in I think like 2 videos ago I mentioned how now my forehead is fully moving. Now you can't really see because wait, oh, now you're gonna see even less. Great, that's how good it is with light, huh? I 100% want to do another laser session. In fact, I want to do 2 laser sessions. I just want to try and squeeze one in before summer, and then I want to do one in sort of like October, November. The thing is that before summer, you need more time because I couldn't do it now. Like now, it would be ideal time to do it, but I can't do it now because I'll be exposed to sun. Well, even if I put SPF 30 and I, you know, like wear a hat and everything, it's still not, like I'm not feeling really great with that. Ciao, amore mio. And I was just saying to my family here that today was a big day for the fashion industry.
Yep.
And I was saying how Alessandro...
And when is a big day for fashion industries, is a big day for us.
In this household, we're buzzing. It feels a bit like... But then I said it was not like a huge surprise for us.
No.
Yeah.
It wasn't, but there are so many doors that are gonna open up. Things you don't know about Tamara. When she shower, she watch YouTube.
Or TikTok.
Or TikTok.
But usually YouTube, because that lasts longer.
Yeah. Things you don't know about Filippo is that when he showers, he doesn't watch anything.
Things you don't know about Tamara is that when she showers, she also answers to work calls. So for example, 1,000,000 times it happened so far that Marcella will text me about something urgently and I'm like leaving her a voice note from the shower. 1,000,000 times.
Okay, so...
I'm just like...
So here comes my next question. When do you stay by yourself? Sleeping doesn't count.
I'll tell you when. When I'm wearing, it's the best moment for me. And it was gonna be the next point that I'm gonna talk about in this video. When I'm wearing that LED mask, I cannot be on the phone.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, but you sleep.
No, I'm like meditating.
Baby, You don't meditate, you sleep.
I meditate.
No, that doesn't count because maybe you put the mask on after 2 minutes you sleep.
No, baby, I don't
It
sleep.
doesn't count.
The mask is 20 minutes.
No, when is you moment that you're standing?
That's when I'm doing Duolingo counts.
No, because your brain is still working. And you're still watching a screen. I'll tell you when. You don't have one.
When I'm talking to my audience.
No, because you're working.
What are you cooking, baby?
Tonight there is a very light dinner.
Sorry, my battery died. In the end, we concluded that I was saying to him that this, currently what I'm doing, I don't even know where my phone is right now, but what I'm doing right now, I feel like I'm FaceTiming my best friends. I also have a question for you. I think it's best if you answer this question because maybe not everybody will believe me in this one. So I was talking about treatments that I do, how I cut my hair, baby. I even said that we cut our hair at Otto. I was talking about the facials that I have, the Hydrafacial, the LED mask, which I will show you in a second. I was talking about that I went to do my nails, waxing. What else did I do? My eyebrows and my lashes, that I colored my hair. What other beauty treatments or even like aesthetic kind of procedures I do that you can think of?
Nails, hair, face, everything, like a cream, masks, LD masks. You are not obsessed with massage at all. You do it sometimes.
With a physio, we have a physio.
Yeah. But you were more into it years
in
ago.
Paris.
Yeah.
Remember in Paris, I used to go to all of those radio frequency massages. The thing...
No, but I'm saying the massage that comes at home and give you like a relaxing massage.
No.
You used to do it.
But also like with beauty treatments, I used to do a lot of those beauty treatments for body. I love the lymphatic drainage because I do take a lot of water in my body, but I don't have it a lot. Also, I don't have cellulite in my body. I know this sounds like I'm bragging now but it's just a genetic thing. However, I have a lot of, maybe you guys wouldn't really want to see it. Can they see it, baby?
Yeah, it's
stretch marks.
Smagliature.
Yeah.
Stretch,
I have a lot of stretch marks.
Maybe now you're showing a little bit too much.
I have stretch marks, a lot of stretch marks, even on my back. Even here on my back, I have stretch marks, right? It's from growth mainly, and on my knees as well. My beauty treatment place told me that they can actually do something about it. Like they can do laser growth hormone, growth thingy bob, which you have seen me do on my face, but I'm not really bothered about my stretch marks.
No, you're not. Anyway.
I do Botox, but how many times a year? Maybe twice a year?
Twice a year.
And that's basically, you know, baby, what everybody thinks is fake on my face?
Yeah, what?
You know, we're gonna...
The chin.
Yes! How did you know?
No, because they are beautiful. And then...
no, baby, that's not what you say when we're alone.
What do I say?
About my chin.
No, I thought the cheeks.
You took the cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, also the cheeks, everybody thinks they're fake.
These maybe nobody thinks.
Baby, everybody thinks this is fake.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No. It's if you see Vesna, which is Tamara's mother, you will understand that is genetical.
And you know what's so funny? I always hated my chin, and now people are like, "Oh my God, what did you do with your chin? It's so good. Who does your chin?" I know you don't. I know you don't think the same.
No, baby. I think everything's perfect. Anyway, menu of the night.
People sometimes used to grab my chin and do this, and I hated it when I was a child.
All they want to know is what you're gonna eat tonight, and the menu for tonight is broccoli. Cauliflowers, cavoletti di Bruxelles,
Questo è il mio preferito.
salad, crackers, and that's it, baby. That's the dinner for tonight. What you like, light and fast and easy. There is nothing else.
I have the best.
Yeah. So
Best.
now, back to my glamorous life, after a day at the office, quite intense to be honest today. Now I have to cook. Because if I don't cook here, nobody eats.
No, baby, but I can always. By the way, you're so ungrateful. You're so ungrateful.
You mean so real?
Who cooked for you last night?
Baby.
Who cooked for you?
Baby, to put the pizza in the oven is
But
not
baby,
cooking. But baby, I was dead and I appreciate it so much.
Baby,
how many thanks did I say?
You said 5 times. Like
Yeah.
I've never been thanked
You know
more in
what?
my life
You
for
know what?
preparing a
You know
ready-to-made
why?
pizza.
Because sometimes, baby, to come home and to go straight to bed and just wait
Baby,
for dinner.
I would love to be that woman for you, but
No,
I'm just
baby,
not.
you do so many other things, my love. Don't worry, I'm happy to cook. Also, it's very relaxing.
I love you so much.
Love you more. Ciao, guys.
Well, anyway, I'll just quickly wrap up what I was saying so that we can continue with everything else about my face. Well, I mean, almost nothing on my face is natural, or actually pretty much nothing, but the chin and the cheeks, guys. It's always been like that since I was a child. I'll insert some childhood pictures. People always say like, oh my God, but your chin is so long. So is my mom's chin. So is my grandma's chin. I mean, I just have a very strong bone. I used to hate it when I was a teenager because I always thought it makes me look like a witch. But apparently now it's a trend to have a very chiseled chin. However, I wouldn't mind if it was a bit shorter. And my cheeks, of course, always get so much attention, always did. I'll never forget in my high school. I don't think any people that I went to high school really watch my videos. I went to high school in Novi Sad, as you guys know. And one of the guys that went in my class, now I even call him by like his full name, he gets like a full credit for it. He always used to grab my cheeks, and I was like wondering what's with my cheeks, like why are my cheeks a thing, you know? And he was always like, by your cheeks, and I was like, what? My cheeks are just normal cheeks like anybody else's cheeks. And then I see so much attention, but pretty much, obviously you guys know I've had a nose job, I've had my lips done, then I removed the filler, then I had Botox done in my forehead. Once, million years ago, and I would love to repeat that, I had the masseters Botox, and now I'm grinding my teeth like over and over, but only like specific days, and I think those are the days that I'm more stressed. But I have the also braces. The only thing is that I wake up tense, you know what I mean, here, which is quite annoying. When I was like, I think 19, for the first time ever, I got a really long line here. That was the line. I never had 11s. So for example, my sister, she has 11s. She doesn't have any lines on her forehead, but she has 11s here because she frowns. But I always had, because I was used to move my eyebrows a lot, which I still do. But luckily I learned to not move my face so much. But if you go to watch any of my old videos, you will see that my face is moving so much. When I did one of my first jobs, when I worked at Hollister, my boss told me like, wow, Tamara, like your face moves so much. You cannot tell a story without not moving your face. Like I'm the kind of person that clearly was never really self-aware. And people told me a lot of those things. And I was like, wait, what do you mean? So to give you that opinion, what I think about Botox, I think it's the best thing ever invented. And I think it's like only preventative thing. You cannot like have it when it's too late. And for me, this line here was so deep that when I would apply makeup, after 2 hours, all the foundation would be inside of that line. So I knew that I had to do something about it. It also made my skin look very, very dull, which bothered me. That kind of line, to block it, sometimes you can also get a bit of this. The only aesthetically scary thing about getting Botox done is that if you don't have it done by a doctor, but you go just anywhere, you can end up with not desired effect, right? So that's, I would say, a very, very important thing. But I personally think it's the best thing in the world. But I do have it, like I said, twice a year. I think that's more than enough for me. One thing that people also often tell me is that my eyes look different to when I was sort of in my 20s in terms of upper eyelid. But I've never done anything there, guys. I basically lost a lot of baby fat from my face. Helped me also with like my eyes, with in general getting my face more chiseled. And is that me? Me vlogging, yes.
So cute.
You are. That is it.
That is it.
Of everything that I want to tell you. I obviously have been, I'm only 35 years old, but when you start being honest on internet about the things that you have done before, because you open the Pandora's box, people start accusing you of having facelifts. Like I've seen people, wait, no, you can't see it. Yeah, I've seen people show, can you see like the line that I have next to my ear because I'm getting old? Yes.
I like to show to your friends.
Filippo keeps interrupting me. I'm just talking about the fact...
What I gifted you?
Yes. I keep saying how people think that I had a facelift.
No, you didn't have any facelift.
Guys, anyway, I was talking seriously and then Filippo is like interrupting, being so cute. Also, last thing, since I'm having this FaceTime call with you guys, is that today I spoke to Ksenia and she told me that now we're in like a period of like astrological period where things are coming out, like the truths are coming out. I told her I am so ready for the truths to be coming out because I feel like growing up and in general, like doing this job, you will notice that on this channel, I have never really, like I tell you guys the truth, you can believe it, you cannot believe it, not really my problem. It doesn't affect me, it doesn't affect my like lifestyle, it doesn't affect my image. I've shown so much on this channel. Like when it comes to treatments, for example, I've shown so much of treatments, of procedures. I've spoken about procedures, about, you know, whatever that I want to talk about. Maybe I don't want to talk about something, you know, like, I don't know, like personal things that I don't want to talk about. Let's say I have a health issue and I don't want to talk about it because I don't feel like it should be part on this channel, right? It has happened before. I can't remember, but I think I mentioned it that I had like some health scares, right? And I don't want to talk about things like that much on this channel. I don't feel comfortable talking about it, but I will not say that I never had it. I will not lie about it. You know what I mean? So maybe I will not mention it, but I will not be saying that I haven't had it. I would get like accused of things sometimes, and I don't really defend myself because I feel like there's not really need, because people would get, some people see things this way, other people see things that way. I just like to tell you as much stuff that I feel comfortable with, and then you guys can do with that information what you want. But just always know that I really, really love having this family, and I love having this community, and you guys mean so much to me. So that's now Filippos talking to his parents. So I think we're just gonna stop this chat here now.
It's a new day, you guys. Today is the day that we're actually packing. Well, I'm packing. I'm supposed to be packing because I think the car is picking us up in a few hours' time. I haven't even opened the suitcase. I just laid some stuff on the floor in my wardrobe that I want to bring. Yeah, I know. But anyway, I wanted to finish what I started talking about yesterday because I felt like that was quite important. We're here in our bedroom.
Here's my nightstand. In there, we have a lot of different things. The earpods are here. I was looking for them everywhere. A few of the devices that I wanted to show you, starting with the one that you guys know I use pretty much every single day. Let's just switch it off. It has 3 different settings, and it is my LED light that I absolutely love. The way I love to use this, I think I've spoken about this before, is in the morning I set alarm sort of like half an hour before then the time that I need to get up, and then I basically put this on. It's programmed to go on for 20 minutes, so it's quite nice waking up with a red LED. I'm a skin type 4, which means my skin is prone to pigmentation. It's kind of like a darker skin type, if that's possible to say, on the Caucasian scale. Blue light is not recommended for my skin type because it can actually prompt the pigmentation. So I use the red LED light only. There's like several different ways how you can know whether or not LED mask is good. It depends on the output power of the LED and the amount of outlets. Both things are quite important to check. Usually you have all of those kind of characteristics when you're like checking it out, because some of the LED masks are so overpriced for no reason. I love this one. I know it's like one of the best ones. It's a Korean LED mask. I will link it in the description box below. The only thing, you guys, is quite inconvenient for traveling because it has a battery. It gets charged, right? Over here it gets charged. And because it has a battery inside, you're not really supposed to check it in. I'm supposed to bring this in my hand luggage. You know what I mean? That's not really ideal. I'm not sure that I will be bringing it with me when I go on holidays. I also have the NuFACE device, this like little microcurrent thing here. You kind of set it up. Over here it has different strength settings, and what you do is like you kind of massage it like you would do with a gua sha. You see, now this is the maximum, and first you put like a liquid primer on your face. You can feel it sort of tightening your face, especially like for cheeks or for jawline. It can be really good. The effects are pretty instant, but they're not very long lasting. So very similar, I suppose, like gua sha, I would say. One other thing that I'm still trying is the Lyma light. This is the laser. I've spoken about it before. I will also link it below. You guys asked me what I think about it. So far, I haven't really used it around my face, all of my face, but I've used it a lot on my lips. And I do think, I mean, it's very difficult to see kind of results. So I used it, once I used it constantly, like for too long while I was watching a movie. And I feel like then the next day, or like in days to lead, I got a breakout here. And I was like, oh, I wonder if it was from this. But then at the same time, I used it a lot around my lip area. And I also used this Dr. Dennis Gross mouth LED. I'll show it to you. This is like so many random devices that I have. This I definitely pack with me when I travel. I use both Lyma light and the LED light around my mouth. Now you might be wondering why, and I'll explain. I have noticed an improvement, and I don't know which one it is to thank for. That's annoying. I have very thick skin, which is great for aging. So it means that you don't get those like tiny little fine lines kind of around here because your skin is thicker, etc., etc. However, thicker skin is also heavier skin and it tends to drag down. So for me, my most obvious effects of aging are my skin sagging down, and I will show you exactly where. So, can you see here? Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my lip liner today, but I think I've applied it in the dark. Anyway, so these are my effects of aging here. My skin is sagging around here, and actually now it's pretty great, but can you see when I make certain... This is aging. The skin starts sagging down. I actually feel like it was much worse, and there's nothing you can do about that. I don't even know if there's the type of thing that will help lift that besides regular taking care of your skin, perhaps lasers, perhaps just like skincare routine, and I think LED and Lyma laser, whatever it's called. So I really do feel like it's getting improved. It's actually worse on this side than on this side, which is quite funny, but it's also my lips have different shape on this side than on this side. And I think it's also here because, like, for example, Filippo sleeps on this side. So he always tells me, like every single night, he calls me to come and lie on his shoulder on this side, and he cannot fall asleep otherwise. So I basically do that to myself by sleeping on that side. So now I'm getting better at sleeping on my back and also using the LED and the laser around the mouth area, specifically like kind of targeted, because that's where I age the most. Sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's better, but that's where I age. Yeah, those are some of the devices that I wanted to show you. I will link them all below in case you want to check them out. I do believe that this is really great. I just really need to persevere with it. I think like when I go on my holidays, I will bring these two because I will have time to really focus and give myself extra love and care. Next to my bed, what else I have? I just have a hot water bottle, which I will not be needing in the months that we're heading to, but it's always nice to have, you know, when you like feel poorly or whatever. I would really love if you guys ask me as many questions as possible in terms of everything and anything that you want to know. Skincare, hair care, Botox, fillers, procedures, lasers, facials, whatever you want to know, you can leave in the comments below and I can also focus on that. I also wanted to show you what I will be packing now in terms of skincare for holidays. So yeah, I kind of started getting out my summer stuff so that I can start packing, etc. So that's what you can see here. So before we start officially packing, this is going to be my skincare beauty bag. I actually have, when I go on, especially when I go kind of for summer holidays or somewhere warm, I have 3 to 4 beauty bags, you guys. It's insane. I have the least makeup and the most everything else. I think that hair care and skincare, they take the most space, and this is my skincare bag. I like to have it separate because that way I really stick to my routine. So in no particular order, I have obviously SPF. This is Phytoblend by Sisley. It's 50 SPF PA++++. Like, it's really the best. It doesn't leave too much of like a white trace. It's perfect. It's brightening. It's full of good stuff for your skin. I will link all of these products below. They're all from different brands. Nothing is sponsored, so you can really, you know, see what I'm bringing. And I have to say that I always bring different stuff depending on the occasion and depending on where I'm going. Then I have the Prairie White Caviar Pearl Infusion Serum. It looks like this. It's really, really beautiful. My skin loves this. My skin really loves this. It's sort of like iridescent serum, and I don't know how to explain it otherwise. So beautiful, but very light, and it's somehow like just I feel like snatched immediately after I apply this. Again, it's like brightening, tightening. My skin loves it. Then from Biologique Recherche, I bring the energizing facial mask called Bio Magic Mask. I like to have this, or VIP O2 when I go for holidays, but I'm not bringing VIP O2 when I go to Maldives because I don't feel like my skin is gonna need like anti-pollution and oxygenizing mask because I'll be literally in the world of it all. Where am I? I feel like I have a little tiny hair on my... I have two different lip balms. One is the Laneige lip sleeping mask. This is the berry small pot. And then I have the Summer Fridays lip oil. I quite like this. I do like to have something also with SPF because my lips can burn when I'm on holidays, but honestly I've never ever found... I have it in my SPF bag because I do have a separate bag for like beach, like beauty bag, but they always taste bad, those SPF lip balms. Then my favorite, Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Intense Reset Concentrate. Guys, this product here, I mean, I've been using Advanced Night Repair for so long. I really love this. It's honestly great. I just think this really helps kind of like fight the free radicals, like battle any kind of issues. Caudalie, this is the salicylic acid serum. It's just in case I get some breakouts. I have one right here right now, which is quite annoying, so you know, just to battle it. I have Biologic Research Collagen serum. I've used half of this one. I don't know if you can see. Love it. I also have the Ordinary Multipeptide Eye Serum. You know, like sometimes you guys are so special, and I love that. Like if I show something like this, which costs probably like, I don't know, like 10 euros is this serum, and this one probably costs like 400 euros. None of this is sponsored, right? It's just like what I like. It happens to be that this is 10 euros, and I really like the eye serum. I have the Rhode Barrier Cream. Now, barrier cream is particularly perfect when you go somewhere warm or somewhere really cold, so to kind of restore the skin's original barrier, because sun or very cold weather can damage the skin's barrier. So yeah, Oskia, I've mentioned this before. I also will bring the vitamin C, but I'm not going to bring the whole pot, so I will like decant them and I will put them in this little pocket in the back that currently has nipple covers in them. So I have these two micro exfoliating balm. This I swear by. Obsessed. Especially because during the day you get a lot of SPF and sand and sweat and everything inside of your pores. So before going to bed, I want to clear it all out. You know what I mean? I want to get rid of it. And then I have the Violet Water Hydra Gel, which is like a very light gel hydrating one for the skin. But I also brought a really thick. I always decant. I have a huge pot of my favorite La Mer Original Moisturizing Cream. This is just, guys, I've been raving about this product for years now. I know that not everybody loves it. I know that some people think it works, other people think it doesn't work, and there's so much mystery about it. For me, it works. It's a personal thing, and I really I just love the product, you know. I also have one more serum that I'm thinking of bringing with me, which is insane. I will bring it to show it to you guys now. It's this very special Chanel one. I really love this, but I don't use this every single day. It's quite like a lot. It's the Sublimage L'Extrait de Nuit, but it's fully refillable. Ah, here we go. So this is what it looks like. So beautiful. I mean, the bottle is also insane. They really try to make it as sustainable as possible. And this serum is full of incredible things that are helping kind of your skin get that glow, anti-age, prevent and repair. I also want to bring that, but like I said, I don't use this serum every single night. I use it when I feel like my skin really needs it. Look, just after applying it one more time, I don't know if you can see, but I can see my skin here is glowier. So beautiful. I really love this serum. It's quite expensive. I mean, this was a limited edition packaging with tweed inside and leather outside. I might bring it in my hand luggage, like, because we're traveling for quite a long time. I'll probably also bring like a Biologic Research spray for face, because I quite like that. I also bring lots of supplements. I'm bringing my Typology eyelash and eyebrow serum. That is really good. Wait, so these are the capsules that I told you I will decant to put in the skincare. How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's great, because also it doesn't take a lot of space then. This is the Typology lash and brow serum, guys. I love this. Today I'm wearing it as a mascara. You see, I haven't got a mascara on, and I don't think I'll be wearing mascara during my holidays, actually. I don't really tend to wear makeup. My makeup bag on this occasion is the smallest one. This Sarah Chapman Skin Assist balm for washing my face in the evening, and I will bring for the first time something that obviously TikTok influenced me to buy, is this Miele rosemary mint scalp and hair strengthening oil infused with biotin and encourages longer, healthier hair, just to kind of try it for fun, because now I can actually oil my hair every single day. This was a very long beauty chat in today's video, but I just wanted to give you my best of the best of the best tips that I have. I hope some of this helped you. I might bring also a few sheet masks if I really want to have like a mask, but you know, I'm never really lying down when I'm in Maldives like with a sheet on my face. I don't ever really have that time, unless perhaps I'm reading a book or something like that, so we'll see. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate you spending time together with me. This is really, like, for me, something very special. I always say this, but it's just honest from the heart. So thank you very, very much. I love you, and I will see you in my next one, which hopefully will be a vlog from Maldives. Bye, guys.